We keep it real around here,
Yeah, that's cool. I like it real. It's been
like chewing.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
whatever you want.
I wish I had red soles.
I know,
Very
that's
cool.
so cool.
Yeah, I'm the same. Louis bitches.
That's right.
Cut that out, please.
Yeah, we'll get it. I didn't even do the intro.
Mm.
All right, let's do the intro.
Let's do it.
All right. Welcome to Journey to TEDx Wilmington. I am Cristy, and we are doing TEDx this weekend. Oh my gosh, 24, 23. I don't know. I still didn't get a full head count. We'll tally it up, but it is going to be talking all day to the most brilliant people in this world. And this one came pretty far to be here today. Yeah, Igor, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, he has come from all the way, Sydney, Australia. Sorry. Thanks for coming to see me.
Thank you. Yeah. Just
All about me.
Hop on a skip.
Hop on a skip, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll sleep next week at some point.
5 days up straight just to get here. No,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But-
Exactly.
all right, so you get up on that stage. How did it feel?
It was great. I mean, it was a little bit nerve-wracking from you know, I had this thing where I'm like, well, I remember to say everything, all the key lines, all of this, all of that, all of this, and just trying to memorize some of these things, and you know, I was on my phone like just before, just going through. Yes, yep, don't forget that, because I forgot bits that I wanted to say, but you know, who cares? I think the main thing, I think that the start and the close was good, but like that initial, you walk onto the carpet, and it was really funny because the speaker before me had like a table with like peanut butter and all that. And there was some spilt on the red carpet. So I'm walking up and there's like stain on the carpet now. And it's really funny because you just, it was actually useful because it's like, nothing's perfect.
Nothing's perfect.
Right. And so like
Yeah.
the red carpet is no longer just purely red. And you're just going, yeah, it's all good, just roll with it, you know. And so we just, you know, it was fun because, you know, it's a lot of my stories, and you know, you've said it once to me, like, you've lived through them, you don't have to memorize them.
It's your story. That's right.
Yeah, right. So it's like, you know, and I think it was great because I think the audience responded really well. They laughed at all the things that I think are funny, and you know, because you know the worst thing you can have, like, I like when comedians, and I went to Joe Rogan's comedy store like a few months ago, and most of the comedians were like not funny, and that was the funny part. I'm like, I was imagining me in their shoes. I'm like, man, that would be hard. Like you delivering your punchlines and it's just crickets. And so I didn't get that, which was the only one I got. I didn't get as many laughs as I thought was. There was one. It'll come to me, but there was one where I thought, oh, this is really funny, and then I got like 1 or 2 laughs. But that was the only one. But everyone else laughed. It was actually, they laughed at things I didn't expect. So
right.
that was good. It was fun. It was.
You're like, that wasn't supposed to be
But
funny.
it was engaging, and that's the main thing, you know, and that's what I love. It's like when you kind of feel that the audience really, like they're on the journey. I
Yes,
think that's really important.
so much,
Yeah.
right? You
So,
gotta be
and that you weave the lessons in through that journey, and hopefully they pick it up as they go.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the journey to TEDx Wilmington. I mean, seriously, it's
I didn't even know I was a poet, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I made it rhyme.
all right. Well, I'm thrilled because we worked together
We did.
on this talk, and
You were awesome. Thank you so much for helping me through this process.
my honor.
It was, you know, and some of the feedback, and also, it's funny, you know, I think it's like almost time slows down when you're on stage. You get a weird warped sense of time, because as I'm talking, I'm still like thinking, oh, I remember when Tia said, if you say it like this, it'll have this effect on the audience, and blah, 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 you know, and I'm like having like this like secondary conversation in my head as I'm talking. And you know, it'd be so funny if you had like a screen of like thoughts, like a stream of thoughts, you know, like as you're talking, it'd be weird.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Especially like if your underwear went in the wrong places, you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh. Like the whole audience.
Cut that out. Cut that
Yeah, they start laughing. You're like, that's not funny.
So yeah, you helped. Yeah, that was great help. So thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was seriously, it was my pleasure. It was my honor. I'm so glad you trusted me with your story. Yeah, and what a remarkable story. Please give the title, because I don't think we did that part yet.
Oh, true. Yes. So I mean, the whole talk the concept of the talk is crowdsourcing entrepreneurial experience, but the title, very much related to books and board games. As I have created a board game and written books, but it was called, how to win the game, or just, to win entrepreneurship, winning the game. That's I think the official title. So yeah, it's about, and it doesn't apply just to entrepreneurship, it applies to life, it applies to relationships, really everything.
It
So
really
that
does.
was, hopefully the stories I told were, although they were entrepreneurial related, but they were very personal, ups and downs, and hopefully that's the lesson. It's all just a game.
Yes, and if I can say without giving any spoiler alerts, like, we're talking about ups
Oh, yeah.
and downs,
Yeah.
and it's quite captivating, so I can't wait to watch it. I'm so excited. I mean, I know it, but I can't wait to watch it, and I can't wait for everybody else to be able to see it, because it is so good, and there's so many great lessons in there. And you are like the poster child for resilience. Like, honestly, you inspire me. You've inspired me this whole time, and I'm just thrilled to know you. And
Well, thank you.
yeah,
Too kind.
yeah,
Yeah, it's fun. So now I guess I can have breakfast and maybe another strong coffee, and maybe, at 12 o'clock, it's beer o'clock starts, and maybe
Yeah.
we just have a little,
I think so.
little downer, Yeah,
well, the person that was in here before you was like, is the beer flowing yet?
yeah, I know,
And I'm like, it's 9 o'clock.
I know.
It's flowing
Well,
somewhere. Go get it.
Some of us are gonna be jet lagged again, because I've got 27 hours on the plane, 25 hours.
On a plane.
On a plane, yes, I'm flying to Doha in a few hours, and then to Ho Chi Minh from Doha. And, yeah, some of us are crazy.
Yes.
I'm not pointing fingers.
I'm not either. Oh my gosh, no, this is great. I'm glad we got to even spend some time. Like I said, it's traveled far. I think you're the furthest this year. Last year,
It would be difficult to find someone further.
Yeah.
Antarctica, maybe?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bali, I think last year. We had
No,
someone from
I'm
Bali.
further. I'm further.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
are further.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
No.
yeah.
I go to Bali a lot.
mhm.
So yeah, I mean, both pretty far, but I think technically
Yeah,
we'll have to ask ChatGPT.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
we'll do that later. That's
We'll do
fine.
that later.
Yeah.
Over beers.
All right, so you have a ton of things to plug, and I
Yeah.
want you to, like, because you're not allowed to plug on a TEDx stage,
Oh.
in that red circle, you're not allowed to plug anything. Which is great, because you're giving this to the world as a gift, and it's a beautiful, beautiful concept. But this man has created some really, really cool things in this world. So please.
So look, the first thing I'll say is, if anyone wants to connect with me, LinkedIn
Yes.
is my #1 channel. So follow me on LinkedIn, send me a message. I'm very responsive, and my team always prods me when I don't respond.
And he's friends with me,
Yeah,
so.
true, exactly. She can yell at me. But the other things, I guess the thing I'm most proud of is especially related to the talk, is my board game, Entrepreneuropoly. If you have trouble spelling it, I have trouble spelling it, so don't feel alone. I've got a short URL, biz.game, GAME. And that's the website that will take you to entrepreneuropoly.game. And you can check it out and have a look. And I'm also on a big mission to donate the game to people that need it. So if someone can't afford it, just let me know, they get it for free. If there's a non-for-profit or a school, anywhere, so Bali, I was in Bali in November, December last year. I donated games to this amazing school this guy started for Balinese kids to learn financial literacy. And so I'm on a big mission to have this game in as many hands as possible. It's kind of that gift that I want to give to the world, not just through the talk, but also through this kind of tool that really, helps people learn the real world entrepreneurship, those ups and downs, and build that muscle of resilience through a gamified way, which is kind of something that I stumbled into and really fell in love with. I've got a couple of books, Practical Manifestation, Agile Manifestation came out recently, forward by Kevin Harrington, the original shark from Shark Tank. He's become a friend. He's a super amazing entrepreneur, crazy stories from that guy as well. So got the books, and like I said, I just want the people, the world, to know some of these ideas, and I would appreciate help in spreading the message of gamifying or crowdsourcing entrepreneurial experience.
Yes, yes. I mean, it does, because it's a lot. Like, entrepreneurship is not for the weak at heart. It really is not. But it's overwhelming. And
It can be, but the way to overcome it is build up muscle.
right,
Resilience is not something you're born with. or entrepreneurial decisions. No, it's not. It's just, you have to keep going.
Yeah,
You have to
exactly.
try.
You fall, it hurts. And I'm telling you, every time you fall, it gets less and less painful. Like it really does. But, you know, I think that the way that you bring it to people, in that gamified way, I think is so cool because people love games.
They do.
They love games.
I love games.
I love
I wish I had more time.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get his games though.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna play it.
I am gonna play it. I'm gonna make SD come over and play it. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of people.
But you know,
Game
that's
night.
but you just made a really interesting point. And people ask me, are you gonna make it as like an online thing? I'm like, no. Well, not yet. But I want people to get together. I want them to be at a table, maybe with beers or wine,
Yeah.
or stronger. And you know, and really learn from each other and see how people react to certain situations and how they react themselves and do self-reflection. I think there's that whole, you know, I talk about, you know, that phrase that I'm glad I didn't forget, you know, entrepreneurship isn't a solo game.
Yes.
And I want, you know, people, there's this common phrase people use, you know, it's lonely at the top. Well, it doesn't have to be, right? And so this is one of those ways that I see. So I'm excited that you even naturally said, I'm going to bring all these people together, I'm going to do it together. And that is exactly how it's meant.
Yes, I agree 100%. And I, you know, I recently had a conversation and somebody said, you know, well, I have, you know, like I have to do this alone.
Mm.
It's my vision. And I'm like, it's never going to work if you do it alone. It's not.
You can try, but you just making it harder for yourself. You're making it, you know what? You're actually making it less rewarding for yourself.
Yes. All right,
That bombshell, I'm done. Mic drop.
mic drop. I'll finish it out. All right, out to you, Cristy. This is Journey to TEDx Wilmington. This is just an incredible day, and I'm so glad to have Igor here for just a little bit longer before he hops on a plane and goes back around the world. But no, thank you so much for being here, and I'm so glad it went so well. I'm so proud of you.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right,
High five.
high five.
Cool.
All right.
See you guys.